Do you remember the first book or YouTube video that motivated you to better yourself? The moment you realized you had the potential to change your life. You could build a business, travel the world, lose weight and become confident. In this scary and uncertain world, it gave you comfort. It gave you a path and a sense of direction. It was a great feeling, wasn't it? And there's nothing wrong with that. When you take responsibility for your life and make a change, it's empowering. We all want to grow and realize our full potential, but somewhere along the line, I feel like personal development has just changed. With the teachings of Buddha in the East and the Romans and Greeks in the West, the concept of personal development isn't new. But what started off as wisdom and ancient philosophies has eventually turned into the spread of success stories. In 1859, Samuel Smiles wrote about the lives of men who succeeded against all odds in his book, Self-Help, the book that gave this genre its name. Many authors have since followed, and these books have given people what they needed at the time. It helped to motivate them out of their current situation. Just take Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, which was written during the Great Depression. But as capitalism has grown, so has self-improvement. It's now a $14 billion industry. And I can't help but wonder if it helps people with their current situation, or if it creates a situation that wasn't there to begin with. I think the problem is that with this digital world, there are countless ways to make money, live life, and find love. And because life is already so uncertain, we're looking for answers. And sometimes the easiest way to get that is to find somebody else to listen to. But especially with the content I come across online, it seems like everyone has the answer for how we should live our lives. And most of the time, it seems to revolve around success, money, and social status. There seems to be more and more content on the habits of millionaires and formulas to get rich quick. And I get it, with inflation and the stresses of life, a lot of us could do with making more money. But I feel like all of this content can give us shiny object syndrome. Instead of taking action on the things we want to do, we get lured onto the path of others, thinking there's a better way. And in the end, we stop thinking for ourselves. As Carl Jung said, if the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. This isn't to bash personal development. I think it's great that if you have issues with relationships, you can learn about your attachment style, or if you're an overthinker, you can learn how to live in the now. But I guess this works when you understand what you're trying to improve and why. I've come across so many people who, when I ask them what their interests are or what they enjoy reading, their answer is personal development. And these are people who are already driven, they have good habits, and they seem pretty together. To me, that means it's no longer a tool, but it's become a hobby. It's almost like it's a form of escapism from our own life. Instead of engaging in actual hobbies that make us feel good, we consume and feel good about the idea of this perfect self that we could become. And I feel like there's a danger here, because then you can start striving for perfectionism, which in the end just makes you more self-critical. I think most of us started on a personal development journey because we saw something in ourselves that we wanted to work on. But I think many of us ended up staying on that treadmill and feeling this constant need to improve because we judge ourselves by the parameters set out by society. We're not trying to better ourselves for us, we're trying to better ourselves to fit into society's dream. It was great when we were listening to advice and thinking about how it might be relevant to parts of our own life. But if we're always looking outside of ourselves and finding reasons for why we're not enough, in the end, we will always find them. I know I obviously sound like a hypocrite because a lot of my content falls under this umbrella of personal development. But look, it's not like I'm against it. I just think we need to be aware of our own needs. If we look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, a lot of personal development helps us to achieve our more basic needs. But once those needs are met, instead of looking for more ways to maximize on them, we can consider the highest level of development: self-actualization. This means living according to our full potential and becoming who we really are. Most of us already have all of the information we need to live our own lives. We just need to get out there, build our experiences, make our own mistakes, and figure out what's important to us. And that answer will keep changing as we grow. Self-improvement can help along the way, but the important thing that you have to remember is it's about the self. It's your journey.